Yuichi Katagiri, the mastermind behind the success of his group in Tomodachi. With his intelligence and specialty in strategy, Yuichi has led his team to victory time and time again. But what makes him so successful? Let's take a closer look at how he uses the 48 laws of power to dominate the game. Warning: this video is intended for educational purposes only. It is not a guide to manipulate or harm others. We strongly advise against applying the principles discussed in this video to exploit or deceive others. If you are easily offended or lack the mental fortitude to distinguish between educational content and real-life situations, we kindly request that you refrain from watching this video. Thank you for your understanding, and we hope that you will find this comparison between Katagiri Yuichi and the 48 laws of power insightful and thought-provoking. The 48 Laws of Power, written by Robert Greene, provides practical guidance on achieving success and influence through manipulation and strategic thinking. The book contains 48 laws, each law covering various aspects of social interaction and relationships. Notable figures like former US President Donald Trump and former British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher have credited the book for their success. However, it's crucial to remember that the effectiveness of these principles depends on an individual's moral compass and sense of ethics, as the book itself acknowledges that these principles may not be for everyone who doesn't desire power. Ultimately, it's up to the individual to decide whether these principles align with their personal and professional goals. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. Yuichi understands that not everyone can be trusted, even within his own group. He keeps a close eye on his friends' actions and is quick to turn enemies into allies. In one instance, Yuichi's friend betrayed him, but instead of holding a grudge, Yuichi used it as an opportunity to gain more allies by offering them a deal they couldn't refuse. He also knows the importance of being selective with his honesty and generosity, as it can disarm potential enemies and make them more susceptible to his manipulations. This tactic is known as the art of deception, which is a valuable skill in any competitive environment. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Yuichi is a master of deception. He rarely reveals his true intentions, making it difficult for opponents to predict his next move. This tactic has helped him win many battles in Tomodachi. He also knows how to cultivate an air of unpredictability, keeping his opponents on edge and unsure of what he will do next. This tactic is known as the art of unpredictability, which is a valuable skill in any competitive environment, as it can throw off your opponents and give you an upper hand. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Yuichi is the best example of play a sucker to catch a sucker. He's skilled at playing dumb and seeming less intelligent than his opponents in Tomodachi. This tactic allows him to catch them off guard and gain an advantage over them. He also knows how to use this tactic to manipulate others into doing what he wants. This tactic is known as the art of underestimation, which is a valuable skill in any competitive environment, as it can make your opponents underestimate you. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Yuichi understands the importance of creating compelling spectacles in Tomodachi. He knows how to make his victories seem more impressive than they actually are, making it easier for him to win over new allies and intimidate potential enemies. He also knows how to use spectacle to distract opponents and create openings for himself and his team. This tactic is known as the art of spectacle, which is a valuable skill in any competitive environment, as it can intimidate your opponents. Law 38. Think as you like but behave like others. Yuichi is a selfless leader who puts the needs of his team before his own. He knows that by behaving like others in Tomodachi, he can gain their trust and respect. This tactic is known as the art of adaptability. It can help you blend in with your surroundings and gain an upper hand. However, he also knows how to think for himself and make decisions that are in the best interest of his team, even if they go against popular opinion. This tactic is known as the art of independent thinking. It can help you make informed decisions that are not influenced by others' opinions. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Yuichi uses the mirror effect to disarm and infuriate opponents. He reflects their own thoughts and emotions back at them, making it easier for him to manipulate them into doing what he wants. He also knows how to use this tactic to infuriate opponents, making them more susceptible to mistakes and errors that can be used by himself and his team. If you stayed till here, then you must have learned something unlike other who left it. Of course, there are more laws that Yuichi uses, but I could not cover it in the video. Consider subscribing if you want more videos like this, and feel free to drop suggestions in the comments. Goodbye.